Welcome to the Essentra Health podcast series. I'm your host, Yeji Lee. In this series, we bring you helpful information to support your well-being and to overcome the many challenges that life can bring. Our aim is to bring you information or actions to support our well-being that are accessible to everybody. As the holidays approach, many employees find themselves juggling year-end deadlines, family obligations, and social commitments, all while trying to maintain their own well-being. This added pressure can make the season one of the most stressful times of the year, leading to exhaustion and even burnout if left unchecked. In this podcast, we'll explore proactive strategies you can put in place now to protect your energy and mental health, including how to spot early warning signs, set healthy boundaries, and creating a personalized plan to stay balanced throughout this holiday season. Our guest today is Norman Weiniger, Vice President of Clinical Services here at Essentra Health and licensed mental health practitioner with many years of experience working in the mental health field.
Thank you for having me, Yeji, and we're happy to be talking about this important topic today.
Thanks, Norman. To start off, you and I, we always emphasize the importance of preventative care when it comes to well-being and mental health. So can you talk a little bit about some of the early warning signs of burnout that people can look out for during this season?
Absolutely. As you mentioned, Yeji, it is generally easier to prevent rather than relieve burnout. So it's important to understand the early warning signals, you might say, about burnout around the holidays, because burnout is a gradual process. It just doesn't happen overnight. It often starts in subtle ways. So look out for those subtle shifts, which can be things like trouble falling asleep, trouble staying asleep, feeling a little more irritable than usual, or having difficulty concentrating on tasks. For some, it might look like an increased sense of fatigue or loss of motivation. For others, they may notice that they're withdrawing a little bit from coworkers, family, friendships, or social activities. So look for those early warning signs of the onset of burnout around the holidays. Now, if you're feeling stressed about the upcoming holiday season, you are not alone, because according to the American Psychological Association, nearly 9 out of 10 U.S. adults report feeling higher levels of stress during the holiday season. So it makes catching these early warning signals more critical. For example, you might notice yourself racing to finish your end projects at work, squeezing in last minute holiday shopping, rushing about between family or social gatherings, and doing all that without giving yourself a moment to rest. These types of patterns at this time of year can push both our minds and bodies into overdrive and create physiological reactions that we perceive as stress, which have unpleasant consequences. So, by tuning into your emotions and physical cues, you can intervene with small proactive steps, such as pausing for short breaks, setting more realistic expectations, carving out non negotiable times for rest and recovery. The key, Yeji, I think, is to not dismiss these signals as just holiday stress. They're cues that your mind and body are sending you that they need support, and you have to be accountable and intentional to react to that.
Absolutely, Norman. I think we really want to emphasize the point that holiday stress should not be normalized as just another part of this season. And jumping from that point, can you talk about um, some tools or boundaries that people can set as kind of like an added support to their well-being during this time?
Well, that's a good question, and I think there are some because I do think that the sense of obligations piles up at this time of year, and it's human nature to be tempted to say yes to most everything, spreading ourselves so thin that our energy and joy and enthusiasm is drained. Um, I, I usually like to talk about how setting boundaries is one of the most powerful tools that we have in our toolkit overall to protect our well-being, be it this time of year or any time of year. What that can mean at this time of year is limiting, for example, the number of social events that you're going to attend, to not attempt to please everybody and be everything to everybody. It can, secondly, mean simple things like delegating tasks, maybe at work, utilizing your um, calendar uh, proactively, um, um, looking at what other resources that you might have versus taking on all the responsibilities for yourself. And very importantly, we keep coming back to, yeah, it means carving out time that's just for you to rest and recover. Now, to that point, research shows that people who set healthy boundaries are less likely to experience stress-related burnout, and they're much more likely to maintain their energy levels long term. For example, if you're asked to join one more holiday party, but you're already feeling stretched, edgy, it's okay to politely decline and choose that very important self care period for yourself that's going to keep you energized and going the rest of the holiday season. Remember, protecting your mental health is not being selfish. It is allowing you to show up as your best self, both at work and with your loved ones.
So, Norman, you mentioned some really great points on how to set healthy boundaries and um, practice self care. How can people utilize those tips in a sustainable way?
I think it can begin, and I think sustainable is the key word there. Yeah, it can begin by setting, excuse me, or creating a simple plan about how you're going to manage stress throughout the season. Think of this as your, I guess, holiday wellness toolkit. This might include scheduling downtime uh, before you see that it's needed. It might be practicing what we sometimes call micro breaks during the workday, or scheduling or staying, I should say, staying consistent with your sleep schedules, uh, examining your nutrition and exercise time uh, before the holiday schedule starts to get busy, so that you can plug those types of activities in and build everything else around them. You might decide, for example, no matter how hectic things get, you're going to protect 20 minutes each evening to unwind with a book or a walk or meditation, or maybe something that doesn't involve a screen, and something that helps you to recharge yourself. Research supports this approach. It supports the approach that even small, consistently applied self care habits significantly reduce stress in our lives and improve our resilience and our ability to recover from the unexpected things in life. Building this kind of plan also means being realistic about your commitments, um, having a realistic, achievable plan, not being overly ambitious. and giving thought to what truly matters to you instead of trying to do it all or to be all things to all people. I think that by being proactive like that, you're giving yourself permission to enjoy the season without running on empty all the time. And um, and finally, I would just say, remember your employee assistance program is here to help you with resources, strategies, confidential counseling and consultations. If you choose to avail yourself of that, it could be a great help in building that type of self care plan. So I encourage people to think about that as well, Yeji.
Thank you, Norman, for sharing some really great information. I hope everyone learned a lot today. Um, and again, uh, if you would like to learn more about self care, burnout during the holiday season, or you simply just need someone to talk to, you can call your EAP and we are here to support you. And with that, we conclude today's podcast. On behalf of everyone here at Essentia Health, thank you for listening.